Hi everyone. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you're doing well, you're doing good. And on this vlog, I'm gonna be talking to you about things that I know now that I did not know before I became a gym instructor. So I have a very big passion for fitness, and so I decided to just take a course in gym instructing and see how that goes. And I can tell you for sure that it was a nice course, and it was well deserved. And what I know now that I did not know maybe a couple of say years before I became an instructor is that, well, one, you have to do the work. So number one, let's start with doing the work. You cannot, how bad you want it. If you want it as bad as you want it, then you're gonna have to work for it. So let me tell you a story of, I used to have a friend who used to go to the gym, and they used to go to the gym for 2 hours, and I would just go to the gym for like 30 minutes and that's it. And I just always wondered, I mean, what are you doing in 2 hours? I mean, can you just do it for 30 minutes every day and then stop it at that? And well, he kind of said you have to do the work, and you have to do the work. It's how bad you want it, and then you have to be able to envision what you want. What do you want? Do you want like a summer body? What type of body do you want? And that has to be in line with the particular body that you have. So if you are athletic, so if you are caviar, you have to you can go online and look for pictures of how different type of bodies and what kind of body you want for yourself. That way it makes it easy for you to be able to have that in mind when you're working out, because sometimes working out can be so tedious. I know this. Now I go to the gym more than I would say 2 hours sometimes, not more than 2 hours, but it's getting there. And so the other thing that makes you do a lot more or get more hours in the gym is that you have to increase your load progressively. So you have to increase what you're doing progressively. So say if you started running 5 kilometers in, like if you started running 2 kilometers, I will take 2 kilometers because that's a bit more. So if you started running 2 kilometers in say 20 minutes, then you have to work to getting to run in less minutes, so say 18, and you have to be able to mark that progress. Otherwise you're never gonna go anywhere. So you don't want to go in a place where you're plateauing, your weight is not you're remaining in the same weight, you are not building muscle if you want to build muscle. So you have to increase your weight or your workout progressively. So if you started lifting if you started to do a bench press for say 5 kilograms, or I would say like 10 kilograms, you have to work to be able to lift more. Otherwise you're never going to grow that muscle that you want, and you're never going to get the body or the type of fitness that you want. So this is not materialistic. It's not. So I think with fitness, people just take that it's so materialistic. It's about the outer appearance, but it's so much more than outer appearance. And it's more about building strength, building stability, being able to feel more energized throughout your day or your work. And I can tell you for sure it pays. It pays to be fitter, it pays to be strong, it pays to be stable, because we have bodies, but I was reading this book that says that human body was meant to move. So if you tend to spend most of your time laying on a couch or seated somewhere in front of TV, and you don't get enough workout, and it doesn't have to be like 2 hours. The problem is that after a while you realize that I need to increase my minutes. So if you started with 30 minutes, so soon you might be able, you get so used to it that your body will be able to handle a couple more minutes. So that's the good thing with working out. And so that has to be done. So the other thing, or that so that thing is that you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to stay consistent. You have to make a plan. Say, go to the gym 3 days in a week and be consistent with that. Don't say, oh, today I'm not good. Don't have days when you say, oh, today I'm not very well, or I'm not feeling very motivated, so I'm going to skip it. Just go. It pays a lot to be consistent, and with consistency, that's where you can increase your load progressively. And then the other thing now that I know now that I did not know at all before I started getting real about fitness is about nutrition. So you have to drink water. I know every time I hear somebody say, oh, you have to drink water, it has to be 1.5 liters and blah blah blah. I never thought it was, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing. But you have to drink a lot of water. You have to increase your vegetable intake. I know I never used to bother about vegetables as long as I had an apple, but you have to at least have 5 portions. They say 5 portions of fruits and vegetables, and when you don't have that, then you are probably never going to see the results. And the most important thing is to have your protein, because if you're trying to build strength and you're trying to become leaner and you're trying to get rid of fat, then you have to increase your protein intake. And I think it's about 1 gram of protein for every kilogram in your body. So if you are like me, I am 63 kgs. I know I'm 63 kgs. I'm supposed to take around 63 grams of protein. So just check. You can also check online. These days you can do this thing. You don't even need somebody to tell you how much protein you should be taking. You can check online, and then you'll see how much protein you need to take. And yeah, so, and then the other thing is to be able just to learn how to do the exercises in good form. So if you're doing a deadlift, doing it in a good form will help you so much. It will first help you avoid injury, and it will also help you to target the specific muscle that you want. So yeah, so just know how to do the exercises in good form. And if you don't know how to do the exercise in good form, as I say, these days you have Google, and it has a lot of information on how you can do an exercise. And then try to increase your variety. So try to increase the number of exercises, the variety of exercises that you do. So don't just go on, and because you're building muscle, don't just go on and start lifting weights. It will help you get there in the end. But if you try, it's about, as I said before, it's about building your strength, building your agility, building your power, building your stability. So all these things. So if you want to have a combination of all these fitness categories, then you have to be able to do a variety of exercises. So if you like swimming, that's a very good exercise too. If you like cycling, you can take up cycling, or you can do a cycling in a bike in the gym, or you can do stairs if you like that. You can do running, you can do a treadmill, and that will help you to like get this variety of cardio. And then with weightlifting, also try to play around with different types. So you can try, so we have very different types of weightlifting. You can try to lift dumbbells, there are barbells, you can try machine cables, and you can also try to do body weight. So don't stick to only one specific exercise, otherwise it's going to be so boring, and you're never gonna see probably the same change somebody else who is doing a lot of variety is doing. In closing, I'm gonna say that try to stay consistent and try to stay motivated and know why you're doing it. And as I said before, having a picture in mind of where you want to go, or yeah, will definitely give you some push, some nudge to be able to complete your, to be able to do your exercises, because it takes a while for you to, it takes time. And it's like, how bad do you want it? If you, how bad you want to breathe when you're underwater? That's the same kind of energy that you need to bring to the gym so that you can be able to see the progress. And also, don't try to, well, this is not, it's not rocket science, and you cannot, there's no shortcut to it. So don't try to rely on fad diets like I've heard of the juice cleanses and all that. So the problem is you tend to lose weight when you're doing a fast or when you're doing a fad diet, and then after a while your body tends to crave food, and so when you eat you tend to put on the same amount of like a fat or weight that you, even more than you had before. So over time you tend to lose and gain more, and over time you get even fatter, or even you gain more weight than you ever wanted to gain. So the other thing is that if you can just get an instructor to show you all the moves and all the correct forms, it pays to get an instructor to show you the move and the correct forms. And then after that, after a month and you've learned what you need to do, are the correct forms that can help you avoid injury, that can help you target the right muscles, then you can go out and do them on your own. So that's it for this video. I hope I did provide you with a bit of knowledge and know-how on how to do it. And yeah, so if you have any questions, if you have any comments, you can leave them down below. And don't forget to enjoy. You can subscribe if you like. It would help a lot if you subscribed. Otherwise, I'm gonna see you all my next video. Bye.